Right, good evening everyone. Hello. Hello again. These apparently are just a thing I'm doing now, somewhat regularly. This will be the third making of Livestream. Oh, hit the mic. Don't worry about that. So, there's one for Enterprise I really want to do, but I just did one for Enterprise, so I'm gonna skip, I'll leave that for next week. So this week, I thought we could go for some more TNG. I have one all picked out. I slotted it in, the main clip at least, which is TNG The Vengeance Factor. It's a somewhat odd episode, but it's okay. It's the one where this lady here, I mean, if you haven't seen this episode, maybe you shouldn't be watching because there's spoilers, but this lady here is pretending to be the servant of someone, and she's actually an assassin trying to murder someone they're trying to make peace with. And they'd really rather if she didn't murder that guy. But they won't figure that out till later. So for now, they're just having a nice chat about what it means to be free, and whether she is the property of the Sovereign, or if she's her own person. And even if she does leave the Sovereign, what does that mean for her life? What can she do? Where can she go? Yada, yada, yada. All that kind of stuff. The particular line we're looking for, DS9 is great. DS9 is fantastic. Let me just play the relevant main clip, and then we'll get into the blooper itself.
I have all that I could want.
What about freedom?
What about freedom, Will?
I can never have that.
Also, I need to boost this.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
Property of
No.
the Sovereign?
I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to go.
Just the opposite. My path is all too...
Etc, etc. My path is all too clear because she's gonna straight up murder a dude. I'd really rather she didn't murder a dude. Well, I'd rather she didn't murder anyone, not just dudes in particular. So, in the blooper footage, Commander Riker here has a bit of an issue getting his lines out. Let's play that, just that little bit. There's only a little bit of the blooper we need.
Placed.
Oh, a little too soon, actually.
No, I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
Bit of food gets caught in his throat. He kinda doesn't have enough air to get the line out. So that's what we want. Well, we don't want him to suffocate. We do want to use that particular little clip. So let's just find the correct end. We're not going to use all of it anyway. We're going to be trimming this down a bit more. But for now, just get the entire thing. There we go. There's the entire clip we need. It extends a bit further to the left, but I mean, so what? That's just footage we're going to use from the main episode, because it's all the same stuff. Anyway, we need to get rid of this black border around it with my massively oversized window here that I have to correct this every time. Good. Nope, now Will's too big. Go away, Will. Thank you. Just to make sure. Oh, this... For some reason, this main video is slightly larger than usual. Usually it's 1436. This time it's 1440. Let's just do that real quick. It's 1440. And... I did it. It's done. Easy peasy. Let's see, where's that little bit? I can just cut that off now. I just want the bit of him saying the line.
But you have no place to...
I wish.
But you have no place to...
Right there. Alright, where does he say, but you have no place to go? Where's that? It's somewhere in the middle.
I believe the Sovereign wants me to return. Enjoy the Parthas.
That might be a little too late, given that she left.
Yuta?
Nope. Oh, that's because I'm zoomed in, so that's not actually the middle. That explains that.
I can never have that.
Because you're...
Is that the right line? Honestly, I'm being very forgetful tonight. Is that the line we want? Because you're the property of the Sovereign?
But you have no place to...
No, it's but you have no place to go.
I could want.
What about freedom?
Come on,
never
Yuta.
have that.
Speed this up.
Because you're the property of the sovereign.
No, I'm not her slave. I can leave
Ah,
whenever
it's
I
after this
wish.
line. That's it.
But you have no place to go.
Yep, right there. Okay, scoot back to the start where it cuts over to Will. Split that. And just cut that little line out. There. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to delete. Delete. Oh, right, Jazz. Alright, we did it.
Just the opposite.
I just wanted to make sure Riker wasn't still talking into this, and he's not, so that all works. Alright, so the roughest possible cut. The roughest possible cut. No color correction, no nothing. Let's see, just initially, what is there? A quick overview, what are we going to need to change overall?
I can never have that.
Because you're the property of the sovereign.
Obviously colors and timings, yada yada.
I'm not her slave.
Background sounds.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
Obviously I'm gonna have to cut out them laughing. That's not gonna work. It looked like... Oh. This is 1 frame too long. Nope. 1 frame too long. There. It had a 1 frame cut to Riker in the normal footage. That should look okay now. So that bit where he's like coughing out, I don't know how to even describe it. That. At that point I wanted to cut over to Yuta looking concerned. So I need to find a good clip of her looking concerned but not saying anything. Like that. Oh, that looks perfect. Yeah. Look at how concerned she looks there. Wheeze. That's the word. Wheeze. I'm good at English. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. I don't actually have to say anything for the main videos. I just have to, edit what other people say. Looking at this, I do actually want this little bit of Riker just to color match. Just a color match. Bring that over here. Just put those right next to each other so it's easy. Okay. Put the jazz back on. So, we have to look for the main differences. The primary difference is this is so much bluer in the background. Look at how blue that background is. Whereas this is very yellow. And there's a lot more contrast here. There's a lot more shadow on Riker's face. Alright, so let's go to Media Effects. The first things I'm going to want, brightness and contrast. I can never forget which one I want color balance or color corrector, so I'll just add them both. Delete the one I don't want later. And then the automatic color match. Theoretically, I should just be able to color match straight away and it'll work, but that doesn't seem to actually do it. A bit of brightness and contrast first, and then color match. And that usually seems to work pretty well. So let's straight away. Bit more contrast. Bit of brightness. More contrast. Less brightness. It's just tweaking the values here. It's still too bright. 0.06. Now it's a little too contrasty. It's just little tweaks. I'm not too concerned about matching it perfectly, but, you know, I want to get it as close as possible. Just need to rearrange my windows on the other screen. Here we go. Alright, so I'm not happy with the brightness and contrast right now, but I want to see if just the automatic color match will fix it straight up. Okay, and take that as the source image, and try to match to that. Now how does it... That's completely wrong. I don't know why you would even think that. Vegas? That's not color matched even slightly. It's not... What did he even do? It was bluer before. Vegas, what are you doing? It fixed his uniform, which is nice. Wait, no, it didn't. That didn't work at all. So I guess I need to do this manually. Thanks, Vegas. Okay, what if I just straight up drag... Wait. Am I even... Why isn't it changing? Oh, because I didn't have it turned on. Boy, I'm good at this. Let's see. Honestly, I hadn't anticipated this being a problem, and I'm not entirely sure how to fix it. I was really banking on the automatic color match here. So, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Obviously, that's not doing it. All I really want is the background. What if I change the highs? No. Actually, that kind of changes Will mostly. I can probably do a balance there. What if I change Will? Oh. Yeah, that's not what he's supposed to look like at all. Let's see. Let's see. Esteban, I think you know the channel you're thinking of. I would prefer not to link them in chat, but I don't think it would let you anyway. I don't think you can post links. I could just leave it like this. But, I feel like that would go against the philosophy of making it seamless. Yeah, Will's not doing so hot. Alright, let's close this. How many shots of Riker do we have? Nope, that's not the button I want. I just wanted to click over here. Okay, so we do have a bunch of shots of Riker looking the same. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. I might have to do all the rest of the edit on stream and then just come back to color matching on my own. Because, honestly, I don't know how to fix that at this point. What if I... How did that make it worse? How did that make it worse? The color matching. What if I just try a slightly different... Look, I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I'm tempted to just mask out Riker and make my own background. Just because I don't know offhand how to affect that without affecting Riker, without just masking out the background. Like, the color there looks okay, except on Riker himself. What if I mess with the highlights? What does it look like? Nope. Nope, that's not right. What if then I color match? No. Alright, what if... What if I try and get it close, and then do an automatic color match once I've gotten it close? What if I do that? I wonder if it's this guy. I wonder if it's his utensil messing it up, because it's so shiny. Oh yeah, if I masked him out, it'd be a frame by frame thing. Usually it ends up looking okay. I mean, I say usually, I've done it once for data falling over. Alright, well let's drop this down, try and get it close. Just close-ish. And then go for the auto color match from... That's not what I wanted. From the preview window. Interesting. That ain't doing nothing. I mean, you say it won't be that noticeable. I rather disagree. You know what? I'm gonna come back to that later. Let me do the bits that I actually know how to do. It was set... I was messing with the strength just to see what the, yeah. Just pushing it back and forth. Honestly, the automatic color match makes it worse. What if... Okay. What if I don't do brightness and contrast? What if I preview... Maybe I have to redo the source image from file. Not even close. That's absolutely... Alright. Let's not worry about it. Let's go back to just... We'll come back to it.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
Alright, so I want to isolate Riker wheezing, but cut out the laughter. I think that's about the longest I can do. And I should do a fade there, because there's a little bit of laughter right at the end. But that can just fade out. It should be okay. Okay. So let's uncouple that. Actually, let's create a new video track and move it to the other video track. Create a new audio track. Then budge these together. Because I want to overlay that. See how that looks.
Just the opposite.
Alright, well that's not going to be able to be budged together like that. But I can get that clip of Yuta looking concerned from earlier. And just overlay the video with no audio. Oh yeah, the jazz. It's very important to have the jazz going. Alright. Yuta, I need you to look concerned. Look concerned, but shut up. Oh, Vegas is thinking. It's figuring it out. There we go. I don't know what that little clip was. Does she say anything here? No, that's the one I want. Trim that. And just before she starts talking, trim the end. And all I want is the video. I don't want the audio from that. Okay. Put that over there. Put that there. I want that to coincide with the end of him wheezing.
But you have no place to...
It's not ideal. It's not ideal. This cut is a little too quick. But I'm not convinced there's too much I can do about it. Come back to it.
But you have no place to...
Well, it's not so much that it's too quick, it's that right now it cuts right as Riker coughs and starts wheezing, which just looks weird. So what if I budge that over? Yeah, that's better. And then the bit of Riker, the normal footage, I can drag over here like he's re-saying the correct line. He's saying it again.
I'm not her slave. I can
How's
leave
that?
whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Just the opposite.
It's not ideal.
I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
It's not ideal. What does it need, though? That's the important thing. Maybe a little bit of him breathing in? What if I extend the audio forward a little bit?
But you have no place to go.
Oh, that doesn't really add anything.
But you have no place to go.
I found that oftentimes just adding in the normal background sound can just adding in the normal background sound can make it immediately sound a lot better. So I just want to find a little bit of the clip where nobody's talking.
All that I could want.
What about freedom?
And Riker isn't chewing.
To it. I've always been a servant.
Yeah, I can adjust the cut in a bit.
Not that I'm complaining. The Sovereign treats me well. I have all that I...
Riker, would you stop chewing for 5 seconds? My goodness.
I'm not used to it. I've always been a servant.
That's a good spot. It's a very good spot.
Not that I'm...
And just split it there.
Not that...
Split it here. And just make a copy of that where we only want the audio, where it's nice and quiet. And we can just paste that a few times. It's no big deal. It can overlay itself. Actually, yeah. Let me have a little bit of a crossfade there, actually. Just a little bit. Nope. Vegas, I don't want you to snap to position. There we go.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go. But you have no place to...
Okay. Oh, well, there's one thing. The volume difference is pretty significant.
But you have no place to... But you have no place...
Fade in.
But you have no place to... But you have...
I'm not sure it would work to just have him wheeze over and over again. That might be a little too much.
But you have no...
What's that audio cut? There's a little bit of a frame, like 2 frames where the audio's playing weird. Where's that? Okay, so it was right at the end of this. That tells me... No. Interesting. Oh, I know what it was. That was, that's where it fades in here. Because the audio sort of just disappeared for a split second.
But you have no place to go. But you have no place to go.
Alright, let's cut it to... Let's take out the but. Let's remove that.
But you have no place to go.
I'm just concerned that he says it so fast it'll look unnatural.
But you have no place to go. But you have no...
Okay. Let's try and...
But you have no place... But you have no place to go. But you have no place to... But you have no place to... You have no place to go. You have no place to go.
That's pushing it, but I think it might work. Let's just drag it forward.
You have no place to go.
No, I don't think that makes it better. I don't think that helps. Let's see. This is... Okay, so the plan was when I started this... this is just going to be a very simple thing. It's just a 1-line replacement. I just cut to it, I cut back, and I'm done. Quick 30-minute stream. I wasn't anticipating having this much trouble with it. So, you know, you guys get to see me panic in real time. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
For one thing, I think the blooper line needs to be a little bit louder. I think that needs to be louder. Let's boost that to 12 decibels.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to...
Maybe 10 decibels. Yeah, Nothing ever works when you stream it. Them's the rules.
But you have no place to... But you have no...
If I wanted to get his head into the right position again, the problem is I'd have to do a reverse of this clip, which I can, but I worry it would look very unnatural. So you can just make Riker dance a little bit here. Well, so that's fun. Oh, I accidentally grabbed something. Put that back. Okay, figured it out. I'm mostly counting on Yuta's look of concern. Actually, you know what might work? I have an idea. This might work. What if I just play it at half speed and then drag it? Unfortunately, this is as much of the blooper video as I can use, because right after this, Jonathan Frakes starts laughing real hard. And I don't like to include laugh tracks in the videos. So I just want to see, will that look okay if it's at half speed?
But you have no place to go.
I actually kind of like that more. I think that looks okay. Because the longer the delay I can put between the blooper footage and cutting back to Riker, the better. Because that is where the obvious jump is. Cutting from Yuta to blooper Riker, that's fine. That doesn't really matter. I need to color match it, but once it's color matched, you're not going to be able to notice the difference too much. Let's play that back again.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Just the opposite.
I think that actually is okay. I kind of like that. Let's watch it again. Hang on, let's watch it again.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Yeah, I like that. So, there's one more major problem I have with this, and that is I feel like the wheezing cuts off too soon. I want to extend it by like half a second.
But you have no place to...
Can I adjust the fade further down?
Leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
I think adjusting that fade might have done it. I still feel like the blooper is slightly too quiet. Let's adjust that to 11 from 10.
Wish.
But you have no place to... But you...
Wish.
But you have no place to...
You know, hang on.
But you have no place to...
Let me get this back over here. Can I cut this any sooner? Yes, I can. So I can drag this earlier. What I want to do... Nope, not over there. I want over here. I want Yuta's line to continue into the footage of Riker just for like half a second. Slowing down the audio is tricky. That's tricky. It usually sounds wrong. I can try it, and it might work, but usually it sounds wrong. Video works a lot better for that, but we can try it. Okay, let's get another video track and just drag this forward a little bit.
Can leave whenever I wish.
A little bit sooner.
Can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place...
You know, I have an idea. Just hang on a second, let me... Okay. I just want to save this real quick before everything breaks. Not 24 Phlox Chant Project, 25 Riker Wheeze Project. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, I can I can zoom in on that, that's fine, but, I'm primarily... In fact, I can just do that now. That's easy. I usually don't worry about taking that, I usually don't worry that the crops match. But it's a really easy fix. I might as well. Cropped, that's a little bit further to the side. A little bit that way. There, easy peasy. It's close enough. I'm not going to worry about getting it frame perfect. That's more than close enough. Let's see. Now, what was I doing again? Does anyone remember what I was just about to do before I did the crop? I really have no idea. I'm totally... Oh, yes! I remember now. Hang on. Let me put on the jazz and do this, because I need to navigate my file system a little bit to find a different video. Let me find that. Gag reels? What episode is... What episode was the video, or the one where, that Ferengi is testing out a shield generator? Or he's testing out his shield generator. Is that... The heck was that sound? I don't know if you guys heard that. And Beverly's doing her investigation. Is that season 6 or season 7? Is that season 6 or season 7? It's called Suspicions. I think. Guess I can just open both in. I have an idea. Yep, here it is. It's, I'm thinking of the clip when Riker when Guinan kind of freaks out.
Riker, god damn it.
I did everything I could think of. It got me fired.
Do you think Dr. Riker... Do you think that Ferengi killed himself?
That's a bit loud. So I'm thinking maybe...
Do you think Dr. Riker...
What if I can add in Guinan breathing in and adjust the pitch to make it sound like Riker? What if I do that? You haven't seen that Guinan click? I made an intake of it. Well, not the full thing. I cut out most of it. Yeah, I want to try that. I only want her breathing in like that. And I want to pitch shift it. Alright. Grab this, drag it all the way back. Now where do we want to put it? Probably right after the blooper. And we're going to want to fade in and a fade out. Let's see how it seems.
Wish.
But you have no place to...
I think that'd be better with a crossfade. Let's crossfade it.
Wish.
But you have no place to...
No, that sounds wrong. But before I call it a lost cause, I'm going to do some more tinkering with it. For one, pitch the shift down just slightly. Make it sound more Riker-y. Nope.
But you have no place to go.
Not yet. Riker has a very deep voice. It needs to be adjusted.
But you have no place to go.
That still sounds wrong. What if I use semitones instead? Okay, that might be a little much. That might be too much pitch shift. Let's drop that down to -2. Still way too much. -1. Still way too much. Okay. Let's not do that. Let's It's not great, but honestly, I can just make it quiet. You just make it quiet. Redo that fade.
But you have no place to...
Yeah, maybe I should speed it up. Now we just have to find out how to do that, because I've never actually done that outside of Audacity. I guess I could load it in Audacity, but I'd rather do everything right here. It's probably an effect I can do. Let's see. Time stretch? Time stretch sounds right. Simple delay, smooth enhanced, time stretch, a different time stretch. I don't know what the difference between Express FX time stretch and regular time stretch is. But okay. Get rid of the pitch shift first. 50%, so that should be twice as fast.
Hey, Frank.
Get rid of the fade just so I can hear it all. That's a lot faster. I'm not convinced this is going to sound good, but I have faith. You just have to keep the faith. What if I just separate them a little?
But you have no place to go.
It's not great. It's really not great. Oh, true. It's probably a slingshot. I want to adjust the fade on this to make it sound less abrupt.
But you have no... But you have no place to go.
That might be okay, actually. I mean, I don't think it would work if I put it over here.
But you have no place.
No, definitely not over there.
But you have no...
I think maybe if I leave it right here and just have it be subtle. Just have it quiet. I think that might work.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to...
Change the fade type so it fades out more quickly, maybe.
No place to... But you...
It's not great. It's okay, but it's not great. Let's readjust it.
But you have no place to...
Well, I don't think I can have the wheeze go all the way to when he speaks again, because he looks so calm and collected here. So I need to have... It needs to be resolved before it cuts to Riker again, because he doesn't look like a man who is just wheezing. It needs to have some time there. Yeah, audio's... Well, audio's usually the hardest part.
You have no place to... But you have no place to go.
If I move the inhale over here, the problem is that's right before he starts talking.
But you have no place to go. But you have...
The problem is that Riker isn't visibly inhaling, so I would have to get rid of that. And I'd have to start the clip right here instead. And I don't know, I really want to leave that in. That feels important. It feels important.
But you have no place to go.
Make that a little bit sooner. Yeah, the audio is definitely the hardest part here. Alright, let's take a break from that. Because there's one other thing we absolutely need to do. Right now, this is 2 minutes 4 seconds long. Which is twice as long as any intake I want to do. So I need to find a good place to cut it at the start and a good place to cut it at the end so that it's a minute-ish. So what is this?
I'm not used to it.
It can't be there because Riker needs to say his thing first.
You're not comfortable with that.
It can't be there because he says that, and it needs to specify what that is.
Prefer the company of equals.
So you
Maybe there. I prefer the company of equals. Let's test that out. Trim that start. A 15 frame fade in, which is the usual. If you see a fade in or fade out on most of the videos I do, it'll basically always be 15 frames. That seems to be a good amount. Let's see how that start feels.
No, I prefer the company of equals.
So you treat me as an equal.
And you're not comfortable with that.
I like that. I think that works as a starting point, because the entire blooper bit, the entire thing, is about equality and whether she's a slave or not. So I think that's a good place to cut it for the beginning. So now we need to find a place to cut at the end. How much more do we have to cut off? We have to cut off about 30 seconds.
I've never been very good at conversation.
Yuta?
I know where I want to fade it. I know exactly where I want to get rid of it. 15 frames. Give me the 15. 15 frames. Thank you. Yep, right there. With Riker's face. Not because his face actually adds anything to the clip, just because I think he makes a funny face here. I think it's amusing by itself, so I'm going to leave it in. So right now, the video is pretty much the absolute maximum length I'm comfortable with. Ideally, I would still like to cut it down 10 more seconds, but this is okay. Unless there are a couple of, like, really awkward lines I could cut out.
The company of equals.
Let's watch it back.
So you treat me as an equal.
And you're not comfortable with that.
I'm not used to it. I've always been a servant. Not that I'm complaining. The Sovereign treats me well. I have all that I could want.
What about freedom?
I don't think there's really any lines I can cut out here. Oh, let's keep watching. Let's figure it out.
I can never have that.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave.
Right, here it comes.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
Oh. Well, that right away revealed a problem.
Whenever I wish.
That
Whenever I
camera
wish.
slide to the left.
Whenever I wish.
That's wrong. That's because, we did a crop over... What are you doing, Vegas? We made a keyframe of the crop rather than cropping at the very start. So let's just say... delete that keyframe and then drag it over again. There we go. Now it's at the very start.
Whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
I'm not terribly concerned about cutting just like a few frames here and there. If I'm cutting something, I want it to be an entire line. Like a line that doesn't need to be there.
Just the opposite. My path is all too clear.
Yuta, you're an excellent...
I could cut out the just the opposite. I could cut that out. But I don't think it's... You know what? I'm going to just say I'm happy with this length. Maybe I'll revisit it later. Not going to worry about it right now. Well, if you don't want to spoil it, you could always watch the video on Friday and then come back and watch this. You could do that. The color matching I want to come back to the color matching. I want to come back to the color matching. Because I said I would, and it's still completely wrong. Okay. Okay. Media FX. Yeah, we used Vegas's filters to do the colors. And so if you weren't here at the start when I was trying to do this, this is with the automatic color match on. And you can see it's pretty far off. It doesn't help at all. It does absolutely nothing to help. I have to do this myself. I have to do that myself. I can try and put the brightness and contrast back. Let's keep messing with the brightness. Oh, not 0.1. 0.01. That's too much still. Or not enough, rather. 0.02. 0.03. Don't mind the fact that I hit the microphone. 0.05. I couldn't tell you whether Windows or Apple is better for video editing, because I have a personal grudge against Apple and refuse to use their products. Never. I won't do it. That company's dead to me. So, Riker's face... Let me make this bigger. Riker's face is clearer in the actual footage. It's more detailed. But I'm not terribly concerned about that. It's certainly a lot yellower. Let's try automatic color match again. No. I feel like that's actually too much contrast. Let me drop it down to 0.2. That doesn't really help. 0.23. I'll just put it back. 0.25 is fine. I could do a thing to make them side by side. It'll just take a little bit of setup. Copy that over there. Copy that here. Get rid of the audio because I don't care about that. Or... No crash? Are you crashing, Vegas, or are you just loading? Vegas? Are you okay? I don't think it's okay. I don't think Vegas is okay right now. All right, we're back. We're back. Figured it out. We closed Vegas and reopened it. I'm not entirely sure how much progress we lost, but I'm just going to pretend we didn't lose any and get back to making this side-by-side thing. Okay. So what we need to do... Don't stretch to fill the frame. We do want to cut off like half of that, and then let's see. Huh. Honestly, I'm used to doing this with clips that are the exact same size. What if I... What if I just put that over there? Okay. Then put... Nope. That's not good. Don't worry, I totally know what I'm doing. You know what? That's fine. That's good enough. Oh man, that's really bad, actually. That's actually really bad. That's okay. There. We did it. 2 windows side by side? No, that would be much too convenient. We have to do it the painful way. We have to make them right next to each other. Alright, now open up the media effects. It did okay with Riker's skin color. Alright. Yeah, let's drop the contrast down to 0.15. Drop the brightness down to 0. Riker's too red here is a problem. He's too red. That's... I mean, that's entirely too much. Let's not... What if I don't preserve the luminosity? What'll that do? I mean, I'm happy with the way the background looks with this amount. I'm happy with the background color. But I need Riker's face to be yellower. And I can't just bump both of these up, because all I'll do is end up making the entire scene more yellow. Alright, let's leave these at 0 for now. Let's leave that at 0. Open up a second color balance. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm deleting that, and I'm deleting this automatic color match. The automatic color match is completely worthless. Does absolutely bloody nothing. Nothing helpful anyway. Alright. I just want to... What if I do the, just the highlights? What'll that look like? No, that's not really doing it. A little bit less. No. Okay, a little bit more green, maybe. That's certainly better. I'll never use the color wheel mode. I mean, there's no reason why not to use the color wheel. It's just that I already had this. So, I'm committed now. I mean, that's better. So okay. Let me just leave that. The important thing is how quickly it changes. Is it noticeable given that it cuts to Yuta between?
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No, I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Yeah, that's very far off. Alright, let's go back into it. Media effects. Drop the contrast a bit more. No, I think that's too much. I think it needs more contrast than that. Let me make this a bit bigger. Alright. See, you say vector scope waveform to help you match the clips. You say that like I have any idea what that is or what that means. I'm aware of what waveforms are, but yeah, in terms of using that in any practical sense, you're a bit beyond me here. A little bit beyond me. Also, what does this do? What does contrast center? That looks like it might be useful, actually. What if I do that? And the drop contrast... Nope, that's bad. That's worse. Nope, I broke it. Hang on, what were my settings before? Drag that a little bit there. 1.5. I don't know if that actually looks better than it did before. I just kind of did it. See, the problem with changing the color of the rest of the main clips, I just run into the exact same problem with Riker's face and the background changing at the same time when I need to change them independently. I could just make it black and white. I feel like that might be cheating. I feel like that might be cheating. You know what I think this needs? This might sound odd. This might sound odd. I think this needs a little bit of Gaussian blur. Nope, that's a little too much Gaussian blur. That's way too much Gaussian blur. In all seriousness, Riker... No, for real. Look at Riker's beard. It's a lot less clear, the individual hairs. I think blur might actually help here. I think blur might actually be a good idea. You know other times I use blur? I use blur on the Enterprise clips, just to mask the interlacing a little bit. Just to mask a little bit of the artifacting, not just the interlacing, but artifacts in general. I just add a little blur. And it seems to help. It seems to help. What if I just... Okay, get rid of that entirely. What if I just reduce the brightness a little and leave the contrast where it is? No, that's not good. Increase the brightness a little. No, it needs more contrast. A little more brightness. Riker's face still needs to be yellower. Yeah, I'm using his uniform to match the brightness. I'm just nudging it around by hand. Slight nudges. Okay. Okay. I mean, it's certainly not good. Why does the shadow look so much more defined here? The shadow looks a lot stronger, which I guess is a strictly incorrect thing to say because shadows are not weak or strong. The light is weak or strong. But hey. The lighting is definitely different. It's definitely different. What if I just blur it a little more? Or 1, or 2, or 1, or 2, or 1, or 2. You know what? Oh wait, I turned off the blur. Get that blur back. I need it. The blur is very important. Yeah, adjust the brightness down very slightly. Maybe not. Alright, hang on. Let's go back over here. Make this big again. And watch it
No.
back.
I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
You know what the fun part is? The fun part is once the video goes live, the finished video, I am absolutely going to get comments saying, "Oh, Ryan, you forgot to do the color matching for this clip." It's like, no, I bloody didn't. It's not as easy as it sounds. Why don't you come do the color correcting if you love it so much? I get those comments sometimes. It's like, no, I didn't forget, it's just hard. His uniform looks more red in the main thing. The contrast... Okay. So, at this point... Yeah, the normal footage is definitely yellower. Right now, I'm looking at the black here and the red here, and how that's different from the black here and the red here. This line here is a lot more defined than in the main footage. There's a lot more contrast there. Vegas has curves. Let me find it. Color curves. There's that. I know this is here, but I don't really know how to use it. So if I adjust that, like... I mean, I get the concept I can remove blue or I can add blue. I get that. But in terms of how to use it to actually make the thing look better, you got me. If I move that there and then maybe a little bit less. Well, let's come back to my side by side. Okay. Okay. What does it look like again if I get rid of the contrast? Not great. If I drop this. Now his face is too red. His face is entirely too red. I am driving blind, yes. Glad you noticed. What if I... It seems like up here is mostly Riker's face. This is mostly Riker's face. Not entirely, but mostly. So if I drop the red down and go to green and budge that up just a little bit. Budge the red down a little bit more. Okay. I mean, the background bit looks okay to me. It's definitely different. This is a much lighter color than over here. But I'm not terribly concerned about that. People aren't really going to be focusing on that. People are going to be focusing on Riker's face. Alright, if it'll make you guys stop yelling at me about the waveforms. Let's see, where are the waveforms? Someone said it was a view option. I mean, just the term green shadows means nothing to me. I can do... Well, I don't want to mess with that. I can add another color balance. Color balance. Add. Shadow. Green. Green? Green. No. I don't think that's helping. I don't think that's doing it. Let's see. View. Window. Video scopes. Which is... Okay. I mean, I recognize some of this. Green, blue, red. And then this is the cyan and yellow and magenta, I guess. Waveform. Yep, that certainly is data, yes. That certainly is data, which I can make composite. I can change it to 7.5 high-RE setup. This means nothing to me. This means nothing to me. I mean, there's a spike here, and a spike here, and a spike here. I don't know if those are technically actually the same spike. What two sides do I match? This side and this side? Oh, is that... Okay, that matches up with that. Okay. Hang on. So, right here, this square here, is this clip, and this square here is the clip on the right. Okay. So I need to... So just for fun, let me just add a basic color corrector just so I can see how these things change when I click around. I mean, I see I can like raise this up here to match the bottom. But I see if I also move it over here, it matches the bottom too. I can match it either blue or yellow or, well, green or yellow or red. So I'm not familiar, I'm not aware as yet how this is helpful. I mean, I can make it look the same here, but that decidedly does not look the same there. I can, like, budge this to make that taller. The waveform doesn't deal with colors. Okay, so this is for brightness contrast. So what if... So then that would have to go over there. Let me reset this to default of 0.5. So this stretches it. Low contrast compresses that. High contrast stretches that. So I need those to be the same height. And then adjust it like this. So that stretch it a little bit more. Stretch it a little more. A little less. Okay. That didn't help at all. It might not have helped because of all these color things I have set. Let me turn those off. Not the Gaussian blur, though. That Gaussian blur is critical. Does that... I mean, I guess that's fine. Match left and right. Do you mean these spikes? These two, like, peaks here? Okay. I mean, that's composite. Just pick a feature and match. Well, I was just going with... I was trying to do this big hump thing, but... I guess I can... keep trying that a little bit. Budge that down. I mean, that looks pretty close to me. Budge it down a little. Don't worry about how much I'm saying budget down. It's a good phrase. Don't worry about it. I mean, that doesn't look better. That looks the same to me. I mean, I don't have great vision, but those look very similar to me. But this is wildly different. Try some gamma. I don't have a gamma option. I have brightness and contrast. Where would I find gamma? Nope, that's Gaussian blur, which is, of course, very important. Gaussian blur is critical here. Alright, let's turn it off for now. Okay. Gamma. Is that in levels? I don't know. Here's gamma. I found gamma. What does that do when I mess with it? That also has a stretching effect. But it's a different kind of stretching. It's compressed down here, and then stretches, then starts compressing again at the top. Which, probably means something. That probably means something. What it means is anyone's guess. Adjust. Nope. Adjust. Stay on target. Okay. You know what? Let's just pretend that's okay. Let's pretend that's okay. For the colors, how do we use the vector scope? How do we use the vector scope to match the colors? Because this is... I mean, there's red over here. Do I have to only look at here, then here, not the side by side? Because I can see there's more blue here. And this is also, like, weirdly spread out. This has a bunch of discrete dots. Whereas this is more compact. Which means something. That certainly means something. Compact dots, spread out dots. Compact dots, spread out dots. Okay. Let me go back over to waveform again. I see there it plunges more right here. There's a plunge here where it's not nearly as defined here. No, normal. This is the third live stream out of 25 videos for these. Honestly, the situation I had before, I was gonna say, I would have said, you know what, this is fine. I'll save this and just put it out like that. I would have just released it in the state it was in before. But I mean, while I have these people here who apparently know words that I don't know in relation to color matching, maybe I can do better color matching. Because this... I didn't... If I need to, I didn't get rid of any of this. I just turned it off. So I can just, I can just turn everything back on, reset it, if this doesn't work out. I can just turn that back on. No, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I did my own color matching, and I thought it was okay. But apparently other people are better at color matching than me. So, I'm trying to absorb some color matching knowledge by osmosis. But no, I have no idea. I'm just clicking on things and seeing what it does. And that's how you learn. You click on things and see what they do. I mean, the peaks change a little bit. Not that much. A little bit. What if I drop the gamma? That's the same gamma as before. I don't know why these dots are brighter than these dots. The dense horizontal lines are most important. Oh, those are in very different places. Those are in very different places. But I can look at that. I'd have to compress that. Drop the contrast. Drag it down. So now I'm reasonably happy with how matched the dense lines are. That doesn't look any different to me. That honestly looks exactly the same to my eyes. Looks exactly the same to me. As before, not to each other. Those two clips don't look exactly the same to each other. In my defense, it's usually much simpler than this. In fact, let me take a quick break from this. Let me save the... Oh. I guess save over that old one. Let me open up Wharf Door Project. And hope Vegas doesn't crash again. Yeah, the lighting is very different between the two shots. Alright, so here's the one where Worf runs into a door. We also streamed this. But just for fun, let's look at the color matching that needed to be done for that. Let's see, did I do it here? No, I did it. Why is... Oh, right. Okay, moving along. Media FX. This is literally all the color matching I needed to do for Worf running into a door. Just brightness and contrast, and it looks pretty much perfect to my eyes. This one was so much easier. Bit of brightness, a bit of contrast, and it's fine. That's it. In fact, just for fun, let me mute the jazz.
Oh my god!
There we go. That was so much easier. Look at it. 0.1 brightness, 0.27 contrast, and it's done. It's beautiful. And this stupid blue background and yellow, and Riker's stupid yellow face with the stupid different lighting. There's just... Oh boy. Where'd it go? Hang on. Oh, it's season 3, that's why. Not the season 6 one. And this stupid one. Look at all these filters. Look at all of this. What even is this? What is even happening anymore? What happened to the days of slightly increasing the brightness and the contrast a little bit more and it's fine? It's with this stupid blue background. Okay. Might be getting slightly frustrated with this color matching. Okay. Let's pretend that the brightness and contrast is fine. Let's pretend that's correct. Let's change the colors from here. I'll even use the color wheel version, which may or may not do something. Yeah, that's what I'm going to title the intake. Stupid blue background. What if... Okay. Drag the blue over there for the more yellow highlights and then blue shadow. And then I succeeded in making Riker yellow again. Yes, the wheel. The color wheel. It's very important. You know what I could do? I could just add an animated rainbow effect. So the color of the scene is changing throughout the entire thing. No one would ever notice that it didn't match. Just make it change constantly. It'll be fine. I'm just turning all this back on. Wait, why is this wrong now? Oh, because that's why. Get rid of that. That wasn't doing anything. Let's just say we tried our best. Let's bring it back to what it was and call it good. Restore the previous settings. 0.05, 0.09, increase the brightness a little bit and increase the brightness and increase the No, that's not good. Oh, not 0.1. Not 1. 0.1. Let's just redo this process. Point 1, 0.05, 0.03. Reduce contrast. Reduce brightness. This absolutely is not a perfect match. Absolutely not. If I reduce the contrast just a little bit. I'm just going to do it my normal way. And then later on my own time, I can go and look through... Also Jazz. Thank you, Jazz. Then I can go and watch some color grading tutorials. Not right now. For now, I'll just do it my way. Which is probably not as good, but it should be okay. Man, but the lighting on Riker's face here is still much sharper. This is Vegas Pro 15. This is 15. The problem, as I add contrast, Riker's hair loses definition. That's what I'm looking at with contrast. And also, his uniform. This is much more contrasty than over here. So it's like, just his face needs high contrast, and his hair and uniform need low contrast. The black floor. Okay. What is... I mean, I understand the concept of a black floor. I just don't know what filter that would be. I haven't decided on the title of the final video. We're gonna go over that once this is done. Which filter would have a black floor? Color curves. Color corrector. Let's look at those. Saturation, gain. What is... No. Oh man. I have so many filters, they're overlapping each other. Black floor. You know what? I have Google. Hang on. Vegas Pro 15. Black floor. No, I don't want to add black bars. That is absolutely not what I want to do, Google. There's the... Okay, I want to click on this just to see what it is. The convolution kernel. What does this do? What is a convolution kernel? Auto normalize with the... Oh my. Oh goodness. What if I leave it like that? What if I leave it like this? In fact, hang on. I want to... Oh god. That gets real horrifying real quick. Obviously, I'm not going to leave it like this, but I want to kind of see what this looks like.
No, I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
Oh, whoops. I clicked on the Star Trek watch-along thing. Instead of the editing scene in OBS. Okay. Well, that's all good. Because, you're going to be able to see the horrifying face just by itself.
No, I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
That's apparently what the convolution kernel does. You know what this reminds me of? This makes him look like Chef from Enterprise. With his white outfit. I don't know why convolution kernel does this. I mean, it changes very rapidly. And then it just goes kind of crazy. Okay. Let's get rid of that. We need to use the levels plugin. And we need to change output start toward, I guess, all of it. Make that a bit bigger. Okay. I guess like there. Just a tiny bit. It's true, that was very convoluted. What does input start do? That makes it darker. Level the mids and the highlights separately. This doesn't say anything about mids though. I can do the red, green, and blue and alpha. But this levels plugin doesn't have midtones, highs, and shadows. Okay, let's put that there. And then copy this so I don't forget. What if I drop the brightness down a little? Like, no. Huh. Contrast up, down, exactly where it was. It's different. Parts of it look better, parts of it look worse. Let's see. Okay. Let's see how it looks all together. Mute the jazz. Make the clip bigger. Play.
I can never have that.
Because you're the property of the sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
That looks very different. That looks very off.
Sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
You know what I might need to do? What if I get rid of the Gaussian blur?
Sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
Watch it again.
No. I'm not
Watch
her
it again.
slave.
It still needs more blue in the
I can leave
background.
whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Okay. Why my videos don't have like some kind of watermark? Honestly, it never even occurred to me. Contrast is too low, you say? I was thinking it was too high. Let's adjust it to 0.12.
Because you're the property of the sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
I'm happy with that.
But you...
Watch it
Because you're the
again.
property of the sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
I'm happy with that, except the background. Yeah, I saw that option on YouTube where it lets you set like a little channel icon in the corner. Honestly, I don't really see the point. If they're on my channel, surely they know what channel they're on. It says right on the screen under the video. I mean, even if someone like steals the video and re-uploads it, which I don't know if they can do that with the watermark, even if they do that, I mean, what are they going to do with it? They're not going to get ad revenue either. They're also going to get claimed by CBS. So I don't know what the point would be. No, I don't want to edit the colors in the real episode. I would be very reluctant to touch that. I really don't want to touch that. Okay. Okay. So what if I'm fairly happy with this? If I have to leave it like this, I can live with it. I can live with it. But I want to do a little bit more to make the background a little more blue. Let's bring in the color balance again. Where did I even put it? Color balance. Okay. Okay. No, I can't just select the background. That's what I've been trying to do the last hour. Trying to just isolate it with different color filters. But no, I can't just grab it with like a magic wand tool. As much as I would love to. What I could do is mask out Riker. And I could mask out Riker and just add him onto the clip again. If that makes sense. But that is just so much work. Instead, alright, what if I do highlights, shadow? You know what? No. Okay, I'm done. I did it. We fixed it. As much as we reasonably can with the visual design skills of a programmer. Look, man, I don't do visual design. I just type stuff. I'm reasonably happy with this on the whole. It's not perfect. People are still going to accuse me of forgetting to color match. But you know what? I am reasonably happy with this. Ironically, it's actually the other way around usually. The audio and the video. Usually the video is super easy, barely an inconvenience. And the audio is really tricky. But this time the audio wasn't actually too hard. And the video is just a complete pain. Usually it's the other way around. Alright. Let's watch it through all the way. See if there's anything we missed. Any more changes we need to make. And we'll see if it's okay.
No, I prefer the company of equals.
So you treat me as an equal.
And you're not comfortable with that.
I'm not used to it. I've always been a servant. Not that I'm complaining. The Sovereign treats me well. I have all that I could want.
What about freedom?
I can never have that.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Just the opposite.
I want to drop down Riker's volume a little bit. I raised it up before, but it feels too high now. Let's try it again, just listen.
I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
That's good. No, the inhale's still there. It's just quiet because I don't want it to... Well, honestly, it sounds wrong when it's loud. Or when it's at the same volume as the rest of the stuff.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
In fact, it's right here. Just the volume is way down. Alright. I'm happy with this result. We still have a couple things to do. Do you think it's still too loud? Let me listen to it back again.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
It sounds okay to me. Hang on.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
I think that sounds right.
I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to...
I'm gonna leave it as it is. When it's actually uploaded, and I've had some time to just to leave it alone for a day, and then come back and rewatch, see if there's any changes that I missed the first time. At that point, we can go back and see if there's any adjustments. So anyway, render with TNG. This one's a slightly different size, 1440. And this is Riker Wii's main. Render out that whole video. We also need to make the thumbnail. We also need to make the thumbnail. So now I just need... about right here. I think this is a good frame to make a thumbnail of. Just select one frame, render as PNG. Okay. Oh, here's the thumbnail for this one. Open that. And YouTube's recommended size is 12, not 12,850. Yeah, that's a good point. Star Trek PNG. It's a good series. Maintain aspect ratio, please. 1280. And keep it in the middle by 720. That works. I'm happy with that. Copy the blue color from here, because I have no idea what the RGB is. I just copy it from other thumbnails to make sure it matches. Use the Crupper font, 72 point. Star Trek intakes 25. Center that a bit by hand. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's okay. Alright. Let's see. What could be some good titles? I don't want it to be too jokey, so I don't think I would actually use Riker's all choked up. If I want to use the breathless one, I'd probably do Riker is left breathless. I had one in mind earlier, but I forgot what it was. Riker. There's only one. The one rule is it has to start with the word Riker. It has to start with Riker. Oh, yep. Riker and the stupid blue background. That's a very important one to consider. That's a very important one. What was Mano's suggestion? Is that further up? I don't see it. Could you repeat? Oh, there it is. Riker's proposition chokes. Riker eats his vegetables. His original name was Yuta. I guess... Riker bites off more than he could chew might be okay. That sounds good. It might be a little long. Yeah, that feels really long. I like it, but I want something shorter. This is the most important part. Who cares about the stupid blue background when you don't have a good title? Riker's big bite. Riker in the wrong pipe. Riker. Let's rewatch it again. Let's rewatch it again.
can never have that.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No. I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Just the opposite. My path is all too clear.
Yuta, you're an excellent chef. But you...
Could also mix it up a bit. Yuta has no place to go. What would be some good Yuta titles? Yuta. Actually, I need to make sure that's actually how you spell Yuta. Star Trek Yuta. Okay, that's how you spell it. Yuta is not a slave. Yuta as an excellent chef might work, but we don't establish within the clip itself that Yuta is the one who cooked. If we establish that Yuta was the one who made the meal within the video, then that might work. It's established in the episode, but we leave it out here. Yuta, I mean, you could do like that, but that's also long. I don't think... No, he does say that line in the episode. He doesn't say that line in the video. And I don't want to assume that people remember that detail. We cut the line out of the video. Unless I'm forgetting something. I don't think so, though. Did we? I don't know, man. I don't watch my own videos. I clicked on some things. I don't know what I clicked on, but everything's gone now. Control Z. Video. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Let me just... I don't know what I did. Alright, I just closed it and opened it again. I fixed it. It's okay. I fixed it. Let's watch it all the way through again. Let's watch it all the way through again.
No, I prefer the company of equals.
So you treat me as an equal.
And you're not comfortable with that.
I'm not used to it. I've always been a servant. Not that I'm complaining. The Sovereign treats me well. I have all that I could want.
What about freedom?
I can never have that.
We just want to
Because you're the
see...
property of the Sovereign.
Do we
No.
specify in the video that
I'm not her
Yuta is the
slave.
one who cooked the
I
dish?
can leave whenever I wish.
But you have no place to... But you have no place to go.
Just the opposite.
Because I don't think we do.
My path is all too clear.
I mean, she gets all vague about...
Yuta, you're an excellent chef. But you speak in riddles.
I mean, there's that one little bit, but...
I've never been very good at conversation.
No. And we can have it on the board. We can have it on the board, but I don't feel totally happy with it. Riker chews his words? Is that an expression I'm unfamiliar with? Chewing your words? I'm familiar with chewing the scenery. But I'm not familiar with chewing your words. The phrase chewing your words means supplying exaggerated enunciation while speaking, usually to provide a subtext or to convey a secondary message. This is much harder when you have 60 people all watching and a lot of them offering suggestions. Usually I just pick the first thing that comes to mind and roll with it. Now I'm actually thinking about it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that one. Wait, what is this? Oh, recolor. Yuta. No. How about that? How about that one? Yuta takes Riker's breath away. That is a bit more direct to what's in the video. And it also makes reference to it being Yuta's fault. I think that's the one I want. All right. Now let's just get it in position. Right about there. Yeah, the apostrophe's not great, but whatever. In fact, sometimes I might add an alternate for certain things. So I just space, alternate space, close parenthesis. This font has a little bit of trouble with punctuation marks. Alright, slightly recenter the whole thing. That looks good to me. Effects, object, no, not trail, outline object, 4 wide, 251 softness, all the way black, merge layers, and save it as 25 Riker Wheeze thumbnail main. But what would it look like if I did... Hang on. Hang on. What if I do this? What if I erase this apostrophe? Erase that. It's a little too aggressive with it. Do that. Then make a new apostrophe in a better location. And then repeat the outline, merge it down, resave it. Okay. Alright, last thing. YouTube Studio. By the way, if you ever want to leave a comment that I see, don't reply to a comment of mine, because that doesn't come up immediately. When I look at comments, I'm looking at this page, and it only shows me the top level comments, unless I scroll around. Anyway, upload a video. I did save it, right? Yep. Riker Wee's main. New thumbnail. The one we just made. Add it to the nope. Integrated outtakes playlists. Oh, I need to open up something on my other screen real quick. YouTube.com. YouTube Studio. Go back to my main video page and open up not the enterprise one, a TNG one. Copy the tags, paste the tags, and let's see, Star Trek intakes. Yuta takes Riker's breath away. I mean, somehow I think 25_Riker_Weez_main.mp4 might be a little on the nose. I also copy the description here. And the episode was episode 9, I think. Anyway, I have it here. The Vengeance Factor. And that all looks good. We're still not done. Next, monetization ineligible, thanks CBS. Curse you and your automatic claiming systems. And schedule for Friday at 10:30 is the usual time. Schedule. Still not done. Go to the video and edit it. Subtitles. And add English subtitles. Gonna need to mute the jazz for this.
Company of equals. No, I prefer the company of equals.
Riker. No, I prefer the company of equals.
No, I
Budge that forward a little bit so it's not the very
no, I
start.
prefer the company of equals.
That looks okay. I wanted to get rid of the subtitle just as it cuts to Yuta.
So you treat me as an equal.
Yep. Yuta. So you treat me as an equal. How does that look?
So you treat me
Can start a little bit later.
as an equal.
A little more time. It'll auto-generate some things once it's had some time to process a bit. But honestly, I just delete all the auto-generated anyway, because the timing's always wrong. Well, it's not wrong, it's just not what I would choose. So I just deleted everything and do it by myself. Oh yeah, that should be a question mark. Should it?
And you're not comfortable with that.
No, that shouldn't be a question. He's not answering anything.
So you treat me as an equal.
And you're not comfortable with that.
And you're not comfortable with that? That's a question for sure. Check the
And you're
timing.
not comfortable with that.
That's gonna have to cut into Yuta's face a little bit.
That.
But that's okay.
I'm not used to it. I've always been a servant.
That's another Yuta line. Not used to it. Feel like that should be an ellipsis. Then a servant. Is that how you spell servant, or is that with an E? Let me check that. No, it's with an A. Okay.
I'm not used
That should be a little bit sooner.
to it. I've always been a servant. Not that I'm complaining.
Not that I'm complaining. Since we just had a YouTube line, I'm not going to say Yuta at the start again. I just assume it's implied.
Me well. I have all.
Not that I'm complaining. I'll leave that by itself and make the Sovereign treats me well as a separate line. How's it start?
Not that
Start that a little bit sooner.
I'm complaining. The sovereign treats me well.
That
I have
looks
all
good.
that I could want.
The Sovereign, that should be capitalized. Treats me well. What was the full line? I have everything that I could want.
Treats me well. I have all that I could want.
I have all that I could want. Okay, check how that starts. Check the timing.
The sovereign treats me well. I have all that I could want.
Drag that a bit back.
What about freedom?
Easy enough. What about freedom? What about freedom, Riker?
What about freedom?
That's good. Keep going.
I can never have that.
Yuta can never have that. Sometimes I forget to do this and I'll do it like a week later. But,
I can never have that.
I remembered this time, so that's good. No, I want to cut it just before it cuts back to Riker. Right here. Be very careful. There we go.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No.
Riker, because you're the property of the Sovereign. I feel like that should be a question. It doesn't really sound like a question, but I think the question mark is implied.
Because you're the property of the
A little bit sooner.
Sovereign.
No.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No.
That's a bit of an unfortunate timing on that line. Just because you don't have that long to read this line.
Because you're the property of the Sovereign.
No.
And Yuta very immediately says no. So, you know, work with what you got.
No. I'm not her slave.
I'm not her slave. And then drag that later.
I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
Slave, I can leave whenever I wish. Again, the fact that it's Yuta saying it is implied. Oh. No, don't put it there. My goodness. That goes over here. No, it actually doesn't go over there either. It goes here. I could put Yuta's no in with Riker's, but it's not a bad idea. I just don't like doing it
No.
if I can avoid it.
I'm not her slave. I can leave whenever I wish.
Okay. So that's that.
But you have no place to...
Riker. Now, I need some sort of caption like... But, a better term than quietly, because I don't think quietly quite conveys it. Also, the colon should go over there. Riker breathlessly. I think breathlessly is a good term.
But you have no place to...
Let's say strained is good. Strained could be better, I think. strained. Okay, and Riker coughs.
But you have no place to go.
Have no place to go. I don't think I need the Riker there.
But you have no place to go.
I don't think that's necessary.
Just
You have no place to go.
Again, cut it before it cuts to Yuta. One more frame. There we go.
just the opposite.
Yuta. Just the opposite. Thank you, Yuta.
Just the opposite. My path is all too clear.
My path is all too clear. I'm planning to murder a dude.
My path is all too clear.
Cut it right there.
Yuta, you're an excellent chef.
That's true. Maybe I should do something like that. That might be okay. I'm not sure it's necessary. I feel like the fact that it's normal is implied. Just because every other... Strained is the only line I specified that it's strained. Every other line I feel is implied to be normal.
My path is all
Okay.
too clear.
Yuta, you're an excellent chef. But you...
Riker. Yuta, you're an excellent chef. With an ellipsis, because he's not done yet.
Yuta, you're an excellent chef. But you speak in riddles. ...
But you speak in riddles.
But you speak in riddles.
Cut that a little sooner.
Riddles.
That's good.
I've never been very good at conversation.
This is the last line. Yuta, I've never been very good at conversation. And how's the timing?
I've never been very good at conversation.
Sort of lost track there.
I've never been very good at conversation.
She does look like Kai Wynn, actually. Let me get a picture of her. Sovereign Muruk. It's mostly the outfit, I think. Where'd it go? Oh, there it went. Yeah, it's mostly the outfit. I mean, she's an old white woman like Kai Wynn. But mostly I think it's she also wears yellow. Most people don't wear yellow. It's a very odd color to wear. Alright, make sure that's it. I don't need to caption the grin. Oh, hang on. We need to go back into the subtitles. Hang on. Edit. Get rid of that joke. There we go. Her path is all too clear. Okay. Now I think we're done. I think we're done. Curse you, automatic copyright claims. I have revenue paid to the copyright owner. Apparently this part is not part of the episode. CBS didn't recognize that bit at the end. For, I don't know. Oh well. Oh! I did the thing wrong. I did the thumbnail wrong. Hang on. Hang on, we're going back. Photo. Vignette. I always add a vignette. Save that again. Go back in and change the thumbnail. Alright. Oh yeah. The fact that the automatic copyright claiming, it always thinks that it always thinks the edit is part of the normal episode. It never recognizes that it's different. Which I assume it feels like a compliment. I guess that's a compliment. That their automatic systems can't tell that I edited it myself. So hey, that's always nice. Anything else we need to do while we're here? We're done with the video. Anything else we want to look at while we're here? Oh man, this video is so much easier. It was so much easier for the video. Yeah. Well, that's that. We're done with it at any rate. It's over. It's done. The background's not blue. But at this point, I don't care. I do not care anymore. Next week's video, I have an Enterprise one I want to do. About osmium alloys. It's going to be all about osmium alloys. Okay. So, if you would like me to get money, there's always Patreon. But yeah, no ad revenue for this video. I get ad revenue for some videos. I get some. I've made enough to buy the Blu-rays for the other series. What software do I use? It's Vegas Pro 15. Vegas Pro 15. Where's one I have? Yeah, I got ad revenue for Picard Escorts and Ambassador. I don't know why that one wasn't claimed, but hey, whatever, man.
0, Mark 246, warp 7. That will take us very close to the neutral zone, Captain. I'm aware of that, number 1. Proceed. Play the court.
Alright, so yeah. I don't really get how their automatic claiming system is supposed to work. Because some of these definitely should be claimed, but aren't. And some of them, like the live streams, will get claimed and I have to dispute them. So, who knows what's up with that. So, if you would like, I do have a Patreon. Occasionally there are extra videos there. For example, this one here. Anything unlisted here, well, except these ones. Any Star Trek unlisted video is going to be a Patreon video. It's like every 3 intakes I'll put something extra out for them. Usually small things. Oh yeah, intake 6. Let me find it again. Where is it? Where is it? Picard introduces someone. The one that's unlisted actually isn't blocked or claimed in any way. They didn't find the one that's unlisted. So, I guess if you have Patreon, you can actually find whatever the alternate version of that was. I don't remember what the alt was. I'm certainly not going to show it here, because I don't want this to get blocked, the live stream. But yeah, this block is never going away. Intake 6 is always going to be blocked. I really have no idea what the alternate version I made was anymore. It doesn't matter. It's still available. But that's it for today. It's blocked because of copyright. I assume that there was some problem with the rights of the writer of that episode, or the guest star that shows up in the clip. I don't really know why. They don't specify. It just says for copyright reasons. Those are just my guesses. But I really don't think a dispute would work. So I'm just going to leave it, because they blocked it manually. It was initially automatically claimed by the system, and then a few weeks later, they went and manually blocked it. So if they went and manually did it, I assume they actually have a reason they needed to. So I highly doubt that disputing the block would do much for it. But anyway, that's enough for today. That was a lot longer than I had anticipated. This was supposed to be a really quick and easy one. And it turned out not to be quick and easy. It turned out to actually be an extraordinarily difficult edit. But hey, we got it done in the end. So, good night to you all. Good night to my statistically likely to be fellow Americans. Good morning, I suppose, if you're not one of my fellow Americans, depending on where you are. Next biggest group is the UK. But that's all for now. And I suppose I'll see you guys on Friday for the intake, Saturday and Sunday for the Star Trek watch-along.